Hi, folks. I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Oh, Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Because we have the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course,
Today,
Bob.
Brad, we're going to talk about the best karate punchy training for self-defense.
Exactly.
And we're lucky today to have an expert with us.
Yeah. Where is he, Bob?
And but before we get into that, Brad, before we get into your training and your expertise and what you why you are qualified to do this, I see we have a few new people here.
Absolutely, and they're wondering what's going on.
Yeah, if you are new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe. We provide videos on how to stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we even do some karate ones.
Some self-defense.
And we upload every day,
Right.
so please subscribe. Also, Brad, if you haven't liked us yet, please like us on Facebook. We always give away stuff, so you're gonna like this. This is the Napo lumbar support. It's made out of
Memory
foam.
foam.
I always have to forget that. And it's for low back support. We're giving away 3 of these. So
Three
just
of
go and like the post, and you're in the contest.
Yeah, can we get done with this, Bob?
Yeah, all
I'm
right.
ready to go.
All right, let's go. What's your qualifications,
Okay.
Brad? Why should we listen to you?
Yeah, first of all, thought I was a therapist, and that's true. I'm a physical therapist. I'm a 2nd-degree black belt in American Taekwondo. I've got 4 years of Aikido and a certified strengthening and conditioning specialist. And
So a lot of different areas where you've meshed them all together.
right,
The knowledge.
and I've come up with, I actually wrote a book on the fundamentals, because the fundamentals of karate, oops, I'm sorry, Bob, thank you, are what's going to get you through self-defense. It's going to get you through your training, and it's like anything in life. You need the fundamentals for basketball, you need it for golf.
Right, you got to start with the fundamentals, otherwise everything else is going to be screwed up.
Exactly.
You got to get the base right.
And we're going to go through the fundamentals of punching, how to keep yourself safe, and then at the end, I'm going to show you the power pyramid, which is the ultimate exercise, simple, easy, and fun, that's going to give you the best punch.
By the way, this book is called, I don't know, Lonnie, if you can see it at all. You may not be able to, but Martial Arts Manual for Stretching, Strengthening, and Treatment of Common Injuries. It's a Kindle book. We got the link down below.
Okay, great. Thanks, Bob.
All right, thanks,
I'm ready to
Lonnie.
go, Bob.
All right, let's go.
Man.
All right.
Okay, so we're talking about punching, self-defense, and karate. So I just can't separate it all into little categories, so it's going to mesh together a little bit. Everyone's, we're thinking about punching, we're going to think about using the fist like this, a nice tight fist, wrap the thumb over the fingers, and if you look at the red lines, do you got that, Lonnie? You're going to strike with these 2 knuckles, the 2nd and the 3rd metacarpals. Those knuckles, those bones go right into the carpals, which line up with the radius bone, which is a solid bone, so everything is in line. Now, take all that information. It's great for punching, but for self-defense, throw it out the door.
Sure.
Because whether you're punching someone for self-defense or even using heavy bag, if you're punching with a bare fist, you're going to hurt your knuckles, you're going to hurt your wrist. If you ever punched a heavy bag, bare knuckled, you'll find out, especially a firm heavy bag, you're going to find out your knuckles are going to get bloody, they're going to get sore, and you may even sprain your wrist. So if I'm using a heavy bag, you wrap your wrist and you use gloves.
Sure.
Out in the street, you don't have that opportunity. So what we're going to do...
You don't have enough time to wrap before you fight
Right,
somebody?
yeah, hold on, I get my wraps out. No, we're going to use, which is even more effective than a fist, particularly for self-defense. We're going to use palm, heel strike. Here's the palm, here's the heel, and then we're going to strike with that, which eliminates the carpals. It does bring in the metacarpals, but it goes right...
No, it brings in the carpals.
I'm sorry, the carpals.
Yeah.
But it brings primarily most of the force into that radius bone,
sure.
which is a very solid bone. And the thing about bringing your wrist back like that is known as a closed pack position. That's a physical therapy term. And when a joint is in a closed pack position, it's most stable in that position.
It's very solid.
Right.
It's going to hold.
The chances of spraining your wrist like this is minimal. Like this, your wrist can sprain very easily. Okay? All right. So, any questions on that, Bob?
No. Now you're going to show you're going to kill me? Are you going to kill me?
Right. Here, just stand there. We're going to just have Bob lay on the floor by the end of this. Okay. Target. Focus. As we know in martial arts, and if you're a beginner, I'm going to tell you, you don't just punch a target, you punch a specific area. Self-defense, I am not going to worry about punching to the body because it's not going to work. Someone's going to be bigger than you or they're not going to come after you almost always.
Right.
Okay, maybe you could work the ribs and, you do that long enough they can't breathe, break a rib, you might be healthy and you might be able to get away.
Well, that's hope, huh?
But you got chance for 1 or 2 strikes, and after that, it's done. So the most vulnerable areas that I teach is palm heel to the jaw, okay, or to the nose. Okay, if you hit,
Such a small target on me, but
yeah. So if you go to the jaw, the teeth come together, the tongue might be in there, it's very painful. The teeth coming together, slap and actually give a little bit of concussion to the brain and just throws a person all out of kilter.
disoriented for a
Gives you
while.
a chance to get away and be safe. Or to the nose, you can break the nose one way or another. The eyes are going to water profusely with a good strike to the nose, okay?
And as you were saying, Brad, a lot of times attackers are going to be maybe bigger than
Right.
you are. So
it's very often.
so you got a good angle at it.
Right.
Right.
And that's why we've got a nice thing here. So Bob, just hold still, and when it hits, just let me know how it feels. I'm just kidding. Okay.
I'm not always kidding. That's the problem.
Let's go over here. We're going to work
All
the
right.
heavy bag, keep it safe. All right. Now, accuracy. As I talk about accuracy, your mind and your eyes have to focus on one point. So if you're working a heavy bag, I'm going to pick this letter E. I'm not striking the heavy bag. I'm striking this letter E right there. So let's turn it this way. What's wrong, Bob?
I'm worried.
Okay, and I'm going to focus on that. And you can do a palm heel with the front hand, or you can do it with the rear hand. The rear hand has tremendously more power than just the jab palm heel. So I'm going to focus on this.
Because you're getting your body into that one,
Exactly.
right? You're bringing your whole body around like
and
that.
I'm going to get into that because that's a major part of the whole strike. I
Sure.
think that is the strike, actually. So you can just practice here. Focus, and I'm not going to work on power now. It's all focus with the eyes. Does the palm heel hit that center part of the E? Not just close, that center part of the E, because like Bob, some people don't have big noses. If you got to strike the nose, it's that small. So you're going to work that over and over. And if you're in martial arts for long, you know how important repetition is. Over and over and over, not just for 1 week or for 1 month, but it goes on a lifetime if you stick with it. Okay, now power, speed and power. They're not separate. Okay, you
Sure.
can think of it separately, particularly in physics. But in the martial arts or something like this, you want both speed and power.
I would think the faster you are, the more power you'd have, though, too.
That can be.
yeah.
But if you don't have good mechanics, watch this. My speed is relatively good here.
Right.
I mean, compared to Bruce Lee, I'm slow. But if I want power, I need something like that. The big difference is, Lonnie, we need to get down here on the hips. In a lot of martial arts, they talk about the center, okay? The center or the hips is their center of gravity. That's where you're going to develop your power. You don't punch with your hand. You punch
With the center.
with your hips, with the center of
Sure.
your body. You punch with your body. So I can punch to here, but the power comes right here. Look at my hips. They move forward 1 inch. When they move forward 1 inch and I get 180 pounds into that punch
Sure.
versus just the arm and the strength of my arm, which isn't, I don't lift a lot of weights. I
Sure.
want to get my body into it.
Sure.
Key. And that takes practice, okay? So we're going to work power and watch my back rear foot. Okay, we got to look at this line. Can you get down to my rear foot? Because this is critical. And I see people, I've had students do this all the time. They'll be punching with their back heel. I got to get this up. Your trailing heel right here. That heel, if you're punching and your heel is glued to the floor, you're not getting your maximum power. Right here, when I punch, that heel has to come up and I'm driving with that back leg. If the heel doesn't come up, my hips do not twist. When my hips do not twist, you got nothing. So
Sure.
here I'm punching with my heel glued to the floor, and when I open it up, and I'm not working as hard, I'm just using
All right,
my
I'm
body.
glad that's enough now.
We were practicing this before. Bob was like all worried about his golf game this
Yeah,
weekend.
I got to golf this weekend.
Don't worry about it, Bob. This is important stuff. Okay, you can get away from
All
that.
right, thank God.
I was going to get after it really aggressive and have some fun, but Bob's concerned.
Yeah.
So you can see how effective when you learn how to punch properly, one strike to a specific area is all you're going to need to get away from the situation. It's not like TV where you get
Right.
You just keep beating on each other for 5 minutes,
No.
and they don't even feel a strike.
Strike and run.
Exactly.
I'm good at the run part.
All right, now an exercise that's going to give you the most power, because you need a strong core. If your core is not strong, your punch won't be strong. So when you train for punching, you not only strengthen your arms, but you strengthen the core. Now, a lot of people, like when I was training hard, I didn't have a lot of time. I had a full-time job, had a family, everyone's busy. You want something that's going to work fast, be effective, and have fun.
Yeah.
So right
It's
after
compact.
right after class, we'd be sitting around talking, because that's a big part of martial arts for most people, is the social aspect.
Sure.
Yeah. You're going to do the power pyramid. Now, this is a great exercise, and it doesn't matter if you're in martial arts or you just want a good workout for your core and your arms. It starts out like this, okay? Good, strong push-up. How does that look,
Yeah.
Bob?
Yeah, good.
Not like this and
Not
like
like that.
this.
Nope, you're right in the
Head
middle.
up, touch the sternum to the floor, come up, turn over, hands up like this, touch your toes here, hard to do in slow motion, and back. That's one. Now, here comes the pyramid part. 2 push-ups, turn over, 2 crunches, turn over. We're going to 3, 2, 3, turn over. 1, 2.
All right, Brad, we got the idea, so keep going.
You go up to 10.
Oh, wow.
When you get to 10, you go back down, because a pyramid goes up and
Oh
a
my
pyramid
gosh.
goes down.
Wow.
Now, the other thing about martial arts is we're always taught to think, use your mind. So the person with the most wits is going to be successful.
Sure.
Whether it's in life, self-defense, or whatever. So use your mind, people. I want someone to give me a comment on how many push-ups you do on a pyramid of 10.
When you're done.
When you're done. It's a good
right.
math problem.
Sure it is. Up and down.
Wow.
Remember? So,
But we got a couple videos to do. I got to get this perspiration
right.
off me, Bob.
hey, remember, we can fix just about anything except for a broken nose. Thanks for watching.